Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. I hope you're doing great today. We have a nice video for you guys today. We're going to be talking about specifically the macro and the micro for BTC, so you guys can know if anything changed in the charts, if there's any new updates or not from my last update. So with that being said, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot if you can help this channel grow. And as always, let's get started with the charts and see what's up with Bitcoin and where it's heading. Now, there's a lot of things to talk about. Honestly, there's so much. I'm gonna first of all head to the weekly time frame. It's very important to keep eyes on the weekly. Let's see here. Now, granted, this is looking pretty ugly, but this weekly candle still hasn't closed yet, so it's still within the realms of possibility that we could get a nice weekly close on this. Sadly, though, unfortunately, even if we do get a nice weekly close, I don't think that Bitcoin is going to, go to new all-time highs anytime soon. So we have to expect this chip chop type of scenario between a range, a 20K range up to a 30K range. So the 10K range where Bitcoin is going to stay for around 6 months or so. Every time Bitcoin pulls back very strong, I advise you to buy the dips and to then resell at the highs of the range. So don't wait for specific numbers, rather wait for a specific level. So between, like, let's say 28 and 30 or 24 and 26, something along those lines, in order to be able to capitalize on your bags when you bought the dip. So the weekly time frame is not looking too good in a sense of the weekly close, but like I said, it's still the beginning. I'm still expecting over the next couple of months or week to go towards 30K. So I still believe the weekly is not, I think is the close is not going to really matter as much as the indicators basically. But we will have to wait and see. Currently it's looking ugly, but I mean, we still have a lot of days. We have like 5 days left in the week, so everything can happen. With that being said, we're gonna head towards the daily because the daily is the most important part of the analysis. It will probably tell us where we're heading in the next couple of weeks. Now, there's a good news and there's a bad news. Okay, so the good news is, obviously, we haven't lost daily EMAs yet, so we are. And this is so beautiful, by the way. I love TA so much. This channel, by the way, these channels that you see in front of you, I drew them like 6 months ago. And I mean, the accuracy of these channels, look at this. I'm just going to show you here why you should invest yourself in learning TA. Look at this. I mean, it doesn't get closer than this for a nice bounce area. And this is two confluences, by the way. This is confluence of this previous support trend line and this heart line of this red channel. So it is support. So there was a reaction there. The price stopped there. So yeah, with that said, we are currently at support. So this is a strong support for Bitcoin. It is not weak at all. This heart line. So every time you are at this heart line, you should know that you are at support, you're not at resistance. That's number one. The weird thing about this, though, is that Bitcoin, if you can see these two trend lines right here, this is called a ending diagonal or a rising wedge. People like this terminology better. Rising wedges are usually bearish in nature. They usually are very, very accurate in their breakdown. So they usually break to the downside more than the upside. But the weird thing about this rising wedge is that it should have went to that high. So it should have done this, tack, 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 and then one more high towards 25.1 or 25.5, and then finally break down, go towards the bottom of the trend line, and then break down. It didn't, though. So that's very weird. Now, can it still go to the top of the trend line? It still can, definitely. I think it still can, if it meets two conditions. So there's nothing that happens in TA without conditions. The first condition is obviously the stochastic RSI on the 12-hour time frame. As you can see, I have an alert here to tell me if we are bearish or not. So if the stochastic RSI manages to bounce over this 20 level and give you a bullish cross, this is an example of a bullish cross. Let me just zoom in. This is a bullish cross right here, as you can see, where the blue line goes above the orange line and you start to curve to the upside. If that does manage to happen, that will be one of the confirmations that we are potentially going for one more leg up. There's a very high likelihood of a leg up happening. Second confirmation of a leg up, which is the most important one, which will be basically Bitcoin breaking above 23.7K, which is the red trend line right here. You need to break this red trend line and you need to confirm it as support. So you need to do this, this, and this. Okay? Previously, on the breakout that we had, right? Look what they did. And if you watch my YouTube video, I said that usually we need 2 touches for confirmation of a support holding. People like 1 touch, I like 2 touches. So this is your first touch right here. Sadly, second touch broke down. It couldn't really hold that level. And then you had a swing pattern failure basically. And then behold, obviously you dropped and you went towards support again. It's very, very easy. So if you wanna see that this high here, which I will probably short, by the way, just so you guys know. I mean, this is too obvious not to let people know about. But if we do see these highs one more time, or in order to see these highs, we really need to break up, hold this trend line as support, and then bounce. Like, we really haven't held it as support for a long time. I mean, here we did break up. We formed the Bart Simpson. We broke down, towards the trend line, and then we fell through. So we're really not able to hold it as support, which is very weird because it is strong resistance. And again, this is a rising wedge. It is bearish in nature, so the likelihood of this going to the downside is more. Now, obviously, indicators for me, once that 12-hour stochastic RSI crosses below 20, that will be a bigger sign of us that we will probably not hold this level right here. But as always, you know me, I don't like to short support. I like to long support. I like to short resistance. But since my strategy doesn't give me a long confirmation yet, I don't risk it. If I want to short this, the thing that I would wait is proper breakdown. So proper breakdown would be either with a volume candle, so a nice losing this heart line, so losing this area right here around 22.5K. So losing it, going to, let's say, 21.1 with volume, with a lot of volume coming in from the volume bar. Second, obviously, if there's no volume, you need to wait for breakdown, retest, rejection. Here at rejection, by the way, people ask me a lot of questions. They say, Maze, how do you know that support held or that resistance held or rejected or whatever? How do other traders do it? Honestly, I use my indicators, to be honest. So I wait for the breakdown. If there's no volume, I check my indicators. If my indicators are telling me to short, I will short the breakdown already. If my indicators are telling me not to short yet, I will not short. Once we have a retest like this, usually for a good short position, my strategy on the retest, so my indicators on the retest should be bearish. If the indicators on the retest are bearish, then I know that this is going to go down. By the way, yesterday, just so you guys know, I posted on my Discord. I'll probably post it on Twitter. I posted that the 4-hour time frame is still bearish, and I said as long as you don't bullishly cross on the stochastic RSI, there is a high likelihood that 23.5 might break. It's not gonna hold. So based on the strategy, I missed the short right here, right? But according to my rules and my strategy, I cannot short here or here, right? I cannot short at potential support, even though my strategy was telling me that, okay, there's still some room for downside. It's very complicated, but once you start to learn TA and start to learn trading, you're going to start to understand more. Now, I'll be looking to long here if my strategy gives me an opening for a long. If my strategy doesn't give me an opening for a long, I'll probably not touch this. I'll probably just wait till my strategy gives me a long confirmation or a short confirmation, and then I'll take it. As of now, honestly, the higher time frames, like everything is bearish except the 12-hour and the daily. And the 12-hour, right now the stock RSI is around, let's say, 30 on average. Once these two lines cross below 20, that's it. I think that's your cue to go lower. Now, how much lower? That's the biggest question I'm gonna be getting basically. Well, you can expect a reaction around 21.5K, 21.3 to 21.5K. You can expect a reaction there. It is support. Losing that, unfortunately, will probably take us to around 19.5 to 19K. And I don't want to, I don't want to sound too bearish, But as of now, the likelihood of going to 19.6 is more than, than going to 25. But like I said, don't take the probabilities into account. Take confirmations. 12-hour stochastic cross above 20, bullish cross with a bounce here most likely will give us one more leg up before going to this level right here. So I think we might go to like 25 and then have a strong pullback towards like 19.5 or 21.5, around that area, that 2K range. And that push up will obviously come in two forms, like I said: break 23.7 and stochastic RSI bounce on the 12-hour time frame above 20 level. If the stochastic RSI on the 12-hour drops below a 20 and you see a daily close under 22.5, then most likely we're heading towards 21.3 first and potentially 19.5 later. And I say potentially because unless this breaks, we don't see this area. But indicators by then will probably be pointing to more downside as well. So there is a high likelihood of going there. But I will keep you guys updated either way. So that is it for the video for today. So just let's summarize so people can understand what I'm talking about. On the macro, I still think we're heading towards 30K in the next couple of months. On the micro time frames, there's two chances right now where there's two scenarios: the bearish and the bullish. The bearish being more prominent and more likely. The bearish is basically going towards 21 to 19.5K region, that area, and the bullish is going to 25 and then going to 21.5 to 19.5 area. So there's actually both are bearish if you think about it, but either we get a leg up first and then we drop, or we just drop. And the confirmation of the drop will obviously be losing 22.5K region with a daily close below it and stochastic RSI cross below 20 on the 12-hour time frame. Whereas the bullish case, which is go to 25 and then drop, most likely will happen if we can manage to break above 23.7 with a stochastic RSI bounce on the 12-hour time frame above 20 level. Stochastic RSI bounce means a bullish cross, basically. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Again, all of these pullbacks are opportunities. Don't miss them. Accumulate when they happen. I'll probably be telling people, when I think it's a good time to accumulate, when I think it's a bad time to accumulate. But honestly, right now, it is never a bad time to accumulate. I mean, 3 years from now, you're going to be saying like, oh, I wish I accumulated more. I wish I did more. I wish blah, blah, blah. So yeah, just accumulate. Even though you might see those lows again, wait for them to happen if you want. For me, I would just stick to my strategy, and it will probably tell me where this heads. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Make this channel grow, please, so we can get more views. I've been stuck at 3K subs for like forever. 2.7K subs like for almost a year and a half, 2 years. So it's very weird, even though my channel gives a lot of information out there. So please try to help it grow. If you want to inquire about my private Discord, my private Telegram is in the description below. We have now a price reduction in the Discord. We have copy trading. We have spot signals. Our Discord is growing, so might as well join our community. And if you don't want to join our Discord, you can always try copy trading for yourself. Use one of my partner links below. It also helps out a lot. And as always, follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. Also, I post a lot of information on Twitter there, and which can help you learn more TA. With that being said, guys, thank you again for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy your weeks, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.